Hello, I'm John Davis and welcome to Bright Spark Ideas. Today we're going to transform this into this. This is the bathroom cabinet clutter, and my wife has asked me to come up with some solution to tidy up this area so that she can store all of her makeup, and so let's go do it. So now I feel really bad. What a terrible husband. I need to find a way of helping my wife tidy this little under her bathroom sink. And okay, I probably got a couple of ideas on how we could do this. Probably need a trip to Home Depot. Let's take a look, see what I can do. Okay, back from Home Depot, where I picked up a couple of nice 18-inch sliders. These should do fine. Now, I knew this wasn't going to work here because of these doors. They don't go right back. So I'm going to have to get some plywood or something behind here to shim it out. Let me go take a look in the workshop. Alright, let's check it out. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's gonna, yeah, I don't think that's quite enough there. That's a shame. Alright, this is alright, I'm gonna have to put 2 1/4-inch pieces of ply there. I need to cut some more. This is just scrap plywood that I've got in the workshop that I've cut down to the same size of the sliders here. Alright, let's get a couple more pieces and we'll pop these on here and put the sliders on, and then I think about making the drawer. I'm not going to make a big high-sided drawer. I'm just going to have almost like a shelf that pulls out that I can put boxes on. So let's take a look and see, get these sliders on first. Alright, so I pre-drilled the spacers and I countersunk them so that this sits flush against here. I've also had to do a pilot hole into this side here, being careful to make sure that my screws don't come through on the other side of the cabinet. This side's much thicker and I can use longer screws, but for here I just had to make sure we didn't overdo it, so I put plenty of screws in here. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, so similar on the left side. These actually are self-tapping screws, so no problem getting these in here. Alright, so this is all snugged up. Nice, we'll be able to do these on next, and then we'll measure for the size of the drawer. Alright, last screw in the left side. Okay, let's get to the right. Alright, right side's on. Let's give a clean up in here. And now we're ready to figure out how we're going to fix the drawer. Okay, so yeah, based based on this, it looks like 20 3/4. I'm going to actually cut everything a little oversized, and then I'm going to lay pieces in here and trim it, because I think that having this absolutely perfect is going to be the important thing. I certainly don't want to make it too small, because that'll cause real problems sliding this drawer in and out. So let's go cut some wood. Right, so I cut the two side pieces, and then I measured in between, again took another measurement, and now I've cut my front and my back. So let's see, that might be just a little bit tight, but I can always oh, I think that's going to be okay. I think that should be about right. Alright, now I'm going to use my Kreg pocket guide and put some holes in the front and the back panels. Going to do that because it'll be stronger when I pull the drawer out if I have the screws coming in either side from here. Let me go do that on my jig, and we'll take a look at that and see how it looks. Okay, so I've set my Kreg jig up to 3/4 of an inch for the size of the wood I'm using, and also the drill is set up for that as well. Now Kreg has got a new, or at least another micro pocket guide that fits in here, and it's especially for doing thinner pieces of material, of wood. I don't have one of those, and maybe if my wife listens to this video, then she'll put that on my Christmas list. But we're going to go with what I've got for now, and hopefully this is going to work. Let's try it out. Okay, so if any of you guys are snickering at the state of my old jig here, there's really cool ones out there now which have auto clamping, really nice ones, but I've been using this one for years with really good results, and for now that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's have a look and see if this is going to work. Alright. Okay, so there we are, fronts and backs done. Okay, so I've got my corner brackets on. I've only got one of these, but these are pretty cool. So gives you a little bite in here to start with, and then you can realign this here. I'm just going to frame this up, and then we're going to figure out how to do the bottom. Okay, so we have two pocket hole screws in each. This is your front. It's going to be like this. This is the back with the pocket holes in the back, so they won't get seen. These won't get seen because they're on the inside front. That will be your front fascia, and we can do a nice little trim up around the edges here with the router and make that nice and smooth. Now we need a bottom, and what I'm going to do is use 1/2 inch plywood as my bottom, and the reason I'm using 1/2 inch as opposed to 1/4 is because you saw at the beginning of the video how much stuff is going to get put in there, and that's all heavy, that's all bottles of fluid, so I need something that's going to take that weight and not bow. So I've got to measure this now, and we're going to put in a nice solid bottom in here. Okay, so here's the 1/2 inch ply sitting in there nice and snug. Little rough around the edges where I've cut on my saw, but I think that's going to be okay. Now I've got to put it in here permanently, and once again I'm going to use pocket hole screws. So I'm going to go back to my Kreg jig and put some holes in here. This is only 1/2 inch thick, so I don't have that micro pocket adapter, so it may or may not work. So let's give it a try and see. Alright, it's getting a bit dark out here, so I think I might pack up until tomorrow. I've got all the extra pocket holes drilled out now. Glad I caught that before I started. Here's the pieces that I just cut on my miter saw. It was just the same material that I used here. I'm going to pop that in and drop that on, and with any luck that should be a perfect fit. Well, that's pretty close. That's not too bad, is it? So let's pop a couple of these in. Okay, I'll finish this off and we'll take it inside. Well, the drawer appears to be a good fit. It's not too tight, not too loose. Next step is, I don't want this obviously sitting here on the base. I'm going to raise it up very slightly when I attach the drawer to the rails. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I've got some Kreg tools that fit underneath here, or should fit underneath here to do that, but I don't think it's necessary. I'll show you what I'm going to do. If you guys have better ideas, please put them in the comments section, because that's what this channel is all about, is good ideas, bright spark ideas. So let me show you what I'm going to do next. So I know how much to raise this up. These rails have holes that are this vertical as well as horizontal. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to mark the very, very bottom of this hole here. I'm going to do the same on both sides. I took the doors off so I can do this. And then I'm going to draw a straight line down through here, and I'm going to use that then to center in this spot here, and that will give me about 1/8 of an inch lift off of the bottom of this cabinet. So let me go do that, and we'll start putting some screws in. Now I have that line drawn all the way down the length of the drawer. I can focus on putting it onto this rail, and I'm going to raise it very slightly to take it off the bottom, and then I'm going to check to make sure it's going to be flat across the surface of the base of the cabinet, and make sure it slides in and out nicely. So let me do that. Right, now I have the first 2 screws put in on either side here. I can just take this rail right out now, and I can put in the final screws here, and I'm then going to check and make sure it's sliding in and out nicely. If it does, I'm going to add some extra screws in these holes here, so that with the load that I've got on here, it's not going to change the height of this of the actual drawer on the rail. So let me do that, and we'll see how it works. Okay, that is nice and level across here. It slides in and out nicely, fits it back there nicely, and I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, is just put those extra screws in just so that it stays in the position I've got it in now. Well, I would say that that is job done. It's all leveled up, slides in and out perfectly. Strong enough to take all of my wife's bottles and creams and things that she has. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of coats of polyurethane on that because it is under the sink. There are liquids and things in the drawer, and that'll protect it and give it a little longer life. But otherwise, I'm going to call this job done, which is perfect timing because I just got a delivery from Home Depot, which is the wall cabinet. I didn't make it, not going to make a video, I'm just going to put it on the wall. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Please give me some likes, subscribe, but I'd love to hear your comments too on how I could have made this better, because that's what this channel, Bright Spark Ideas, is all about, is your ideas as well as mine. Thank you. So here's the finished item. I had some stain that from a previous job, not exactly the right color, but it certainly makes things look very neat and tidy. The drawer just pulls out like a dream. My wife can access all of the items in here now. So I have completed my task. A happy wife is a happy life.